Hello and welcome. Today I'm going to be sharing a walkthrough of my Happy Mail swap. I've been working on this for over a week now, and I was lucky enough to get it finished today, and I thought you might like to see it. And I'm really feeling very happy about being a little ahead of the schedule that I had set for myself, because I have been, for the first time, accepted as a design team member, and by Ephemera's Vintage Garden. Thank you, Debbie Ann. And so, needless to say, I'm dancing sideways because of it. I'm just tickled, and I'm so happy that this is finished. So, you were with me when I did this cover, and I chose this piece of sari as the closure. The cover, front and back of the manila folder. And now I want to share some of the things that I've included in the folder. I have this bag that I thought I would decorate with the piece of the sari that was left over, because the recipient might want to use it. So these are the pieces of ephemera that I have made. This is an envelope that I've added a writing spot into, and the tag, I put the pretty on it that it did not have before, and I added a little bit of this white because I felt that this was a little bit too blah. So that was the first one. And then the second one is another writing spot, and I added this pretty little girl with her teddy, just because I couldn't get past her pretty face. And so this is a pocket. So that's the second piece. Now these are pieces that I have been working on off camera. This is the bag that I thought might be fun to finish with some of my just most loved collage goodies. This piece is my digital of the lace. This is a fussy cut from my very favorite book that I took down to the bare nubbins, and a piece of Roxy Creations label. Thank you, Rachel. And inside, I have included a tag or journaling spot or whatever, and this is a time card and a piece of part of one of these envelopes that I have collaged using a letter from 1863 and some very fine dictionary, and a fussy cut butterfly before it becomes a butterfly. And on the back I have a piece of handmade and colored I think this is from a Comcast guide, TV guide, some music, and that goes in here. Just fits a treat. And then I have this was a complete envelope, but I decided that I wasn't that tickled with it, so I worked on this on both sides, and I do believe that these, I do believe, though I'm not sure, it would have been quite a while ago, that these were gifted to me, and so I added some of my my bits and bobs from my basket collection. And this is a piece of the piece of the white lace that I dyed using the Artie Mays method. Thank you, Andrea. Using Distress ink and oxide. And on the front, I added some collage, my very favorite thing to do, and some more of that distress dyed lace, and a piece of Edith Holden as a writing spot inside of it. And here I finished the inside of the envelope with some stenciling. And here's another one that I left the flap on for this envelope, and I included a piece of the vintage, no, this one isn't the vintage one, I apologize, a piece of music as a writing spot. And I finished embellishing the front by adding some collage, some of my pieces from my my section good friend that is always at hand and always produces some pretty small bits, and another piece of the dyed lace. And those are all going to be going into this envelope. And then, since I had a little room on this side, I decided to share a TN that I had, and I used some of my new stamps here, and I included a few here and there on the inside. This could be a glue book or a journal, whatever. And here I picked some offcuts from things that were in this folder, but also things from my my go-to bin that I keep right at my elbow. I have 3 of my glue book papers that can be turned into whatever, and then just a selection of this is a book, Japanese script from a book that I had, and some dictionary page, and some interesting papers, more dictionary paper, magazine, an old book, as you can see the mellowing in German, and a piece of music, and another bit of that letter from that was on one of them from the 1860s, and a piece of straw paper from Roxy Creations, the rest of the piece of paper that was colored, and a child's workbook page, and some more straw paper. So that will be going back in here. And then on the inside of the folder, I've picked some papers that I thought might be fun to use. This is an old piece of drawing paper with the number 15 on it, and I'm sharing 2 pages from a book from 1930 with some birdies. I was going to scan them, but then I decided no, I would just share them in their original form. And a piece of my, a digital of my lace. And of course, a piece of coffee dyed paper. And a rather large bag that will provide makings for a journal or collage bits or whatever. And so these pieces are going to be going off into the mail very, very soon. And I do hope that you have enjoyed sharing the outcome. I do enjoy sharing. and making things. My subby requested, asked me if I'd be willing to do a swap, and I said, well, yes, absolutely, but that, it's been just great fun. So, if you have enjoyed this little look behind the scenes before it goes into the mail either tomorrow or the next day, please give me a thumbs up, leave a comment, and I would appreciate your subscribing to my channel. See you soon. Bye now.